Today I'm gonna do Real Housewives of Atlanta season 8 episode 5. I don't have no notes. I'm just talking about the things that I remember because I wasn't gonna do it tonight. I ain't gonna even lie. Um, but we can start off with where it left off with the fight between Cynthia and Portia. Now, last week I'm still stick to what I said last week, where I don't believe Portia meant it to be harmful. But the way she said it, don't act like you didn't say like bitch whatever. Don't act like you didn't say it with like sarcastic. You know what I'm saying? And my only thing is, even what she said, you hurted somebody's feelings, apologize for hurting their feelings, and move on. And she tried that. She tried that. Like I said, Cynthia was taking her anger out from Peter on Portia because she felt like Portia's the weak link. I really believe that. Now, when it came to this fight, now Portia did call her a bitch again when they was sitting there, and this time aggressive. Like, it wasn't like no nice bitch, like no playing, I'm playing type shit. They did play it back. Well, Portia did say, bitch, don't make me get up. And Cynthia was like, bitch, you not that dumb to get up. I agree. Hey. So, but when it came to them getting physical, I think Portia, you got what you deserved. You really got what you deserved. You can't expect to stand over somebody and them just take that. What was she supposed to let you do? Get over her and hit her? Like, I don't understand that. I don't. No, fuck that. I'm not gonna never let nobody get the first hit off of me. Did you stand up? I'm going to hit you. Like, I don't know. I was always taught somebody else's first hit can be my last. So I couldn't be mad at Cynthia kicking her. And I don't think that Cynthia kick did the damage that Portia portrayed. Even because, like, when she kicked her or whatever, I think all of that with the security was doing and being on that chair, I think all of that bruised her up. Her falling back and them dragging her back, that's what got her leg bruised and stuff like that. I don't think, now it might have been the kick from the stomach, but all them other bruises, I think from her arm and her leg, I think it was from when they was everybody was holding her back and stuff like that, and she was steady talking shit. Why was her friend crying? Why was Shamia crying? I didn't get why was she crying. Candy old nosy ass was like, I don't know what happened, but I want to know what happened. I mean, I couldn't be mad because I would have been wanting to know. If I was on the other side, I would have been like, what the hell happened? I'm gonna go find out too. But Candy, you putting, and I get what, well, no, I don't get what Kenya was saying, because Kenya was calling all this girl all kind of names and all that kind of stuff, trying to just make it seem like Portia was just this bowdy female, you know what I'm saying? Like, she just gonna beat up the whole boat. Her rage was just gonna tear the whole damn boat up or something. No, but I do get what her trying to push Candy back. Like, bitch, you pregnant. You don't need to be. You see her over there kicking and all that kind of stuff. Why do you want to go over there? Go over there when she have calmed down and able to talk. Don't go over there, you pregnant. If she kick and then you get kicked in the stomach on accident, how you gonna explain that to Todd? Like, for real. Um, but yeah, I was just tripping off of that. I was also tripping about how after they put them apart and nobody could find Tammy. Tammy talking about she was down there changing clothes. I said, well, Cynthia, your home girl, right? Bitch, girl, I don't know what's up with that broad, but I know she weird. I do know that. And then Shamia, when they got escorted off the boat, she gonna say, "Oh, tired party for them tired old people," and I'm sitting there like, everybody didn't have nothing to do with that. But are you talking about everybody? Oh, and then Kim. I'm like, what are you crying for? I didn't understand why these women were crying. Like, this ain't got nothing to do with y'all. What are y'all crying for? But she said this is not what she used to. And she was explaining everything. And she got really emotional about how, things went left. And how bad women can get, where how things can go so left and women can just start tearing each other down. I get that part. I'm not here for this show the way it has turned with women just just not caring. It's never about their business. It's never, they don't care about hurting a brand, how ratchet they be acting. They feel like the more ratchet they get, the more it's supposed to help their brand. I don't understand that. I never would understand that part. Um, but so I get where Kim is coming from. It's like, man, this should not be happening, especially with women over fucking the age of 30. I'm sorry. It just shouldn't be happening. I do like how Cynthia took ownership of this wasn't her. She ain't never been in a fight before. She felt bad for her actions, what she did, how she acted. I'm glad she took ownership of that. I'm even glad that how she didn't really blame Portia. You know what I'm saying? She did say that, you know what I'm saying, about her apologizing and leaving it there or whatever the case may be. But she didn't, the way Kenya was going off on Portia, Cynthia wasn't doing that. And I'm glad she wasn't making Portia seem to be this monster. You know what I'm saying? Things happened, things went left. It was a miscommunication. Let's move on. I do like how Cynthia, when Cynthia called Peter, he did come home. You know what I'm saying? Like he called, she called, like, hey, I got into a, it got physical between me and Portia. I need you to come home, and he came home. So I thought that was cool. I didn't get why she was getting mad at him for just even saying anything about the fight. She was getting mad, talking about, don't say I hurt her. Don't. I'm like, bitch, what happens in a fight? Did you call and see was she okay? Like he don't know what happened. You don't know what happened. I didn't understand why she was getting so mad at Peter for even speaking on it. Anything he said, she just felt like he was saying the wrong thing. And I'm sitting there like, well, what you call him home for? But she did tell them they need to get their stuff together. And I'm glad how he said, this is not about Portia. This is about you. What do you need? What is going on with you? This is not about her. And it wasn't. She's taken everything that she's dealing with and probably have been dealing with since the show been started, because she's been going through stuff since the show started. So it is about her and fixing her stuff. Um, that whole scene with Portia and her mama coming to bring her something to eat, and Shamia being over there, and she feeling like Cynthia trying to kick a hole through her. I'm like, girl, stop with that pity party. Like I said, if you would have never got over her, she wouldn't have to defend herself. I'm sorry. If you would have never said, bitch, if I get up off this chair, she would have never probably had to go in defense mode. Like, come on. Like, both of you guys was so wrong in this situation. And I just want y'all to both stop playing the goddamn victim. Just say, we both did some fucked up shit. It was miscommunication, and that's it. Well, I'm glad they got to that kind of point at the end. But I'm just like, girl, both of y'all was wrong in this situation. Now, Kenya. I think Kenya heart be, well, I don't know if her heart be in the right place, if she was trying to get more camera time. I don't know. I don't care. But I do feel like that meetup with Kenya and Portia shouldn't have been between Kenya and Portia. It should have been between Cynthia and Portia. Just them only. You know, things get misconstrued and all that kind of stuff. Miscommunication. All this bullshit and all the stuff keep being there on the forefront. Is when y'all put other people in it. Y'all both grown ass women. Y'all both could have called each other and said, are you okay? It went too far. Let's sit down and talk about this. But then you might do need somebody, a middleman, to say, hey, you guys need to talk. But I don't think that one-on-one, especially with them having the problem that they had, maybe Candy, if anybody should have did it. Sheree could have did it. She don't have no ill wills towards either one of them, and she's new to the group. Kim Fields, whoever, you know what I'm saying? I just don't think Kenya should have been the one to have a conversation with Portia, because you were going to be sarcastic the whole time. And Kenya, I'm sorry, you were. You were blaming, to me, you kept saying that it was both of their fault, but to me, you were putting more of the blame on Portia. You were putting more of the blame on Portia. Now I do get it where when Portia was saying how it was kind of your fault and you throwing digs at Shamia and her, but I'm like, bitch, you and Shamia was throwing little negative comments too. Everybody played a role in that situation. Shamia, Portia, Kenya, and Cynthia all played a part in that situation. But like I said, that sit down should have been between the other two. Like she said, bitch, I don't trust you. And Kenya getting mad, but I'm like, bitch, why should she trust you? You guys are not that cool for her to trust you. You always making side comments about her. You just called the girl an animal. Why should she trust you? I mean, come on, can you call it what it is? You know what I'm saying? Now you calling this brunch and want everybody to meet up. I do agree with Kenya when Kenya said when things go keep on, y'all let things keep on going and going and going instead of nipping it in the bud right then and there. Things Fights just keep happening. Nip that shit right in the bud and either y'all gonna be cool or y'all not gonna be cool. So I do get that part. So yeah, they needed to have this brunch. What I and that so they wait before I get to the brunch. Um, when everybody was talking about the fight, everybody was in their different places talking about the fight. You had Kenya, her auntie, and her cousin. They're talking about the fight, and I'm glad her auntie was like, you need to have something, invite all the women and do this all over again and start all over again and get it all out there. Her auntie always have great advice. Her cousin had been cracking up talking about y'all gonna have security there because her cousin was like, even Portia? And her auntie was like, yes, even Portia. Like, everybody needs to be there. And then the conversation when Candy ass was talking about that fight like she was on both sides of the boat at all damn times, the way she was explaining that fight to Carmen and Don Juan. Don Juan wanted to hear all the shit that was happening, want to hear all the gossip, but then after he heard the gossip talking about, why are we talking about this? Why are we? I'm like, but you sat there and listened to the whole thing. You wanted to know more and more what happened, and then when you get the whole story, you like, why y'all talking about this? Shut up. You had who else was talking about it? I don't know. I don't even care. Oh, Phaedra and Kim talking about it when they went to go sit down, and I don't know what they was doing. They just was sitting down talking about it, and she was filling Phaedra in. But I'm sitting there like, Phaedra, why you trying to hear her side like you don't already know about it? Because after she explained everything to her, she said she seen the scars on Portia's stomach, and I'm sitting there like, well, why are you acting like you didn't hear the story? Um, what else happened on here? Todd and Candy end up going to Dr. Jackie's office to get an ultrasound and hear the baby heartbeat. At first, they couldn't hear the baby heartbeat. I think Todd got a little scared. I think that's why he walked out and took that phone call, is because he got a little scared. You know, he just lost his mom. He didn't want to get that little thing that, oh, I lost my baby too. So I think he got a little nervous. I think it was wrong the way he reacted. But I do think that's probably what happened with him. So I don't really want to go in. And then stuff like that happens when you still, I mean, you're not always going to hear the heartbeat every time you go to the doctor because of the way the baby might be laying. And I think that's what happened, because she ended up having to go get another Doppler. Shit, that shit might have didn't have a good battery, or because I've had it with my kids, on all my kids, that happened. So that's something that was normal. Um, but they got to see the ultrasound. They don't know what the sex of the baby is. But hey, I just want her to take care of her damn self, especially with her having thyroids and all that kind of stuff. Um, the brunch. What happened at the brunch? Oh, I felt Kim. I would have been feeling some kind of way then, but I was sitting there like, because they were all late, and I would have just loped up on Kenya, because Kim, you the one caught the brunch and you was late. So Kim had a very bad problem with the women being late. Like, bitch, we got stuff to do. I got kids. I ain't got time for all of this. We just sitting here in the hot ass sun. We all outside with bugs and shit. Y'all know that's Atlanta. They got bugs outside. And we gotta sit out here because the people don't really want us up in the damn restaurant because they don't know how we gonna turn out. I'm just saying that's how it be up with them reality shows. But so she was mad about everybody being late, but everybody get there, and then it just was odd to see Kim take over that conversation. You know what I'm saying? I think Kenya started it off, and then Kim just like, this is the first time y'all seen each other. And then I was tripping when before Portia and Kenya got there, and just Cynthia was there. She was like, "Let's address the elephant in the room. How you doing?" I'm like, well, damn. You so worried about you don't want nobody fighting and da 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 da, but you want to get this shit cracking real fast. Okay. And then when I heard on the blogs this week, they were mad at her for acting like a diva and showing up late and bringing her kids and all that. But I'm like, that's funny when we see her the first person there at places and she on time. I don't know. But anyway, everybody get there, and like I said, Cynthia says she doing good. She apologized for her actions. Portia calls her inside the place, and they went in there and they talked by themselves like they should have talked by their damn self, and they squared it away. Nobody in their business. They got the conversation squared away. They hugged it out, and that was good. And then all of a sudden, Candy kind of start. Well, they was because Kenya said, well, I met up with Portia and she didn't want to take responsibility for her actions. And Candy just was like, you always doing something and you don't take responsibility for what you do either. And I'm sitting there like, Candy, you started gang of shit either and hide your hand too. So everybody needs to be quiet at this goddamn table. I mean, can you two, like, you need to take up ownership for the mess that you be causing? Because you act like you didn't do nothing to Sheree when you first met her. So come on now. I think everybody plays messed up roles on this show. And then be looking like, oh, who, me? Oh, not me. I didn't do it. Yeah, you did do it. Like, y'all, all y'all messy as fucking weird and need to get y'all shit together because y'all too old to act like this. Like I said, because I know people be in the comments like, I don't understand why y'all feel us YouTubers cannot have an opinion on these shows. Because I read a lot of the comments from my channel to Ashley to Color Me Pink to Say Shine Brownie. And y'all feel like we can't have an opinion about the show. But then y'all ask us to review the show. I almost gave up on reviewing the show just because of the negativity and people want to argue over bitches that they don't know. I'm not team nobody. I don't know these hoes. I'm not trying to meet these hoes. Like, for real, for real. And a lot of people get mad when we don't agree with they people. If I'm not team Portia, or if I'm not team Kenya, or if I'm not team Phaedra, or I'm not team none of these hoes. Like, for real, for real. I can care less when the show go off. I don't think about none of them. I don't. I don't follow none of them on social media. I just don't, because I feel like it's too much drama with them, and they got my own goddamn drama. But that's all I got to say about the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 8, episode 5. I hope you guys are still rocking with me. Hope I didn't offend nobody, but I just get tired of these reality shows that I gotta argue with people. I'm not that one. I'm just not that one. I'd rather keep on watching Vampire Diaries with my daughter than watch it, than argue about a reality show, like, for real. Um, Tell me what y'all thought about it. I'm gonna try to be back this week for reviews. Like, I'm going through a lot, and right now YouTube is like the last thing on my mind. But keep praying for me, and I pray for y'all that I keep coming back. I'm gonna really try for this second part of Love and Hip Hop. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Follow me on all social media sites by The Ghetto View, THA, not THE, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace out.